With me now is Charles Sampson from Charter One Realty. Thank you for being with us today, Charles.
Thank you for having us.
Now, we were just talking that you've been on Hilton Head for a long time. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've lived here?
Absolutely, be glad to. Probably the first time I got here was in '58. My wife and one daughter, we moved here in '72 and have lived here ever since. So we've been here for 40-something years.
Well, and how have you seen the island change in that time?
Oh, when we first moved here in '72, there was not the first stoplight. All the roads were single-lane roads. There were about 6,000 people, and the average age was probably 60. And so we've seen a lot of changes, a lot of good changes.
Now, I think everyone's been talking about the market at the moment. I mean, obviously, the reports are in for that, we're halfway through the year and things are for once looking good. Everyone's excited about it. So can you tell us a little bit about what's happening in the market?
The real estate market in Hilton Head has been very good. The market goes in cycles, and cycles are fear and then enthusiasm and then euphoria and stuff. And so we're probably in an upcycle of enthusiasm where prices are going to start going up. People are buying. In fact, if you compare our entire MLS between 2012 year to date and 2013 year to date, I think there were about 1,370 something homes sold in 2012 and 1,670 something sold in 13. So that's I'm not good in math, but that's probably about a 20% increase. Villas are a little bit different. There were 630 or 40 sold in last year, and about the same number, I think 10 different. The difference between villas, though, there were 9 over $1 million this year and only 8 over $1 million last year. The highest listed one to sell last year was $1.5 million. This year there was one that was listed for $3,300,000. And the same type of thing has happened in homes. What I think we're seeing is people are buying more properties where they're coming to live. Places like Hilton Head Plantation have almost seen a 50% increase this year over the number of homes that were sold last year. And that Hilton Head Plantation tends to deal with people that are buying just second homes and homes to come to live and be part of our island. And we were out on tour today, real estate tour in Hilton Head Plantation, and we saw probably 4 or 5 homes that were on the marsh. And it's high tide today when we were out. And it's very easy to see those moss drape oaks in the water. And actually in one of the marshes there in Hilton Head Plantation, there were people fishing in a boat. So it's easy to see why people want to come and join us here and enjoy the lifestyle that we have here. In fact, I've got a couple listings that just by chance that are on the marsh. Number 7 Latson Court is a wonderful home designed by Kermit Hudgens that views the Intercoastal Waterway and the marshes of Elliott Creek. And 72 Deerfield is a home that views all the way to the Port Royal Sound and also Pine Island and the marshes of Skull Creek. So there are some great buys out there that give any type of lifestyle somebody wants, whether they want ocean, whether they want short-term rental, long-term rental, or homes that you come and live in and be able to enjoy Hilton Head day in, day out.
Well, now we were talking that rates have been in the news and they're up a little bit. Can you let us know kind of how that's affecting the market?
It is. I mean, historically, and I think you'll have a graph of probably the last 4 or 5 years where rates maybe were as high as 5%. Wow. I just had a gentleman close and he told me his rate was 2.75.
Wow.
About a month ago, the rates went from about 3.75 to about 4.75. Went a full point, but they've ticked back down. And if somebody had a mortgage on a $200,000 mortgage with an interest rate of about 3.4, and then they had to get one at 4.4, that's going to be about $115 a month. So if it was a $400,000 mortgage and it had a point increase, that's going to be about $250, $260 a month, which, does take probably some of the first-time home buyers out. But I can remember the first home I bought on Hilton Head We thought it was a great rate at 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
I mean, historically speaking, the money's still dirt cheap.
You know, as we were talking earlier before we went on camera, now is a great time to be a buyer, and if you can afford to buy it, you know, maybe buy 2 or 3. There's not a limit on how many houses and villas and condos you can buy on Hilton Head. We'd be glad to help you.
Well, I know also, especially with Hilton Head being an island, you know, you've got limited water access, so those types of properties are only going to appreciate.
I don't know that we'll get back to the 2005 prices that we had, where in 2 or 3 years prices went up like 45%.
Sure.
We've given a lot of that back, but it started at the bottom, the 200s, then the 300s, and then the 400s. There are buyers out there. If you're a seller, there are buyers out there, and they're now moving up in the price range. They're buying properties over $1 million, but they're also buying a lot of things under 500. It's that middle 6, 7, 8, 900 range that still really hadn't clicked in and is maybe starting to still continue to go down. You want to have about 6 months worth of inventory, and if you're under 6 months worth of inventory in your price range, you're probably going to get some appreciation. If you're over 6 months, you probably are going to have to adjust your price to get it sold.
Well, we're hoping to see some more activity as the rest of the year continues, right?
We do. We think this year is going to be great. There's some things on the horizon. Interest rates going up. We think they'll continue going up a little bit. We're having a little bit of problems with insurance and with getting mortgages, but we think people, once they come and visit Hilton Head and really see how great this is, the town turns 30 years old this year.
Right.
The island, 350 years. In fact, the big celebration, 350, 300 is coming up. And Imagination Hilton Head is something coming. Sustainability for golf is going to be an event here.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's going to bring people to the island. And once you come, you'll fall in love with it. And I kind of say, come for a visit and stay for a lifetime.
Absolutely. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
And we'll be back after the break.